can get to keep falling until it reaches your next weekly range?
Right. Like since it broke this weekly, we could possibly go down to the next weekly, which is right down here.
And hey, that would be confluence. That's a support at 20.
Right. But
So
what we're seeing right now could be the retest of that break. Go to the daily. Let's look at it. Since we know this is weekly, a weekly line, we know that all this right here is all the pullback into this possible retest of this weekly support could be turned resistance. If this hold as resistance, we should see a signal on the H4. I'm not going to enter on a sell until I see some confirmation, like a 2-hour, 4-hour sell signal and confirmation candle. Because I know that it's going to continue on down to this negative 27 down here, which is a good amount of pips. So I'll wait it out.
That just cleared up so much. So like, because people always say the market moves in ranges, and I'm always like, what does that mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like if it's like, so if it breaks a weekly, so if it breaks a daily, I'm looking for some type of move to the next daily. If it breaks a weekly, I'm looking for a move to the next weekly. That's basically what you're kind of like.
Right. If you're a position trader, you're going from week to week. The higher time frame traders, these called position, swing, intraday, and scalpers. Position traders, this is who moved that market right here initially. It was position traders. They held it from the top to the bottom. Me and you, the way we learned it, we entered it off the intraday, knowing that it was a weekly resistance, and we went from like maybe a 4-hour support, got out. Retracement, got back in. Support, got back out. Kept on going in and out, in and out, in and out, and that's what drove the market on down, along with the position traders who just held the damn thing the whole damn way, and probably got in on daily pullbacks and whatnot. That's how they do it.
Bro, that literally just cleared up.
And the way Q teaches is right, because on the H4, we could have many opportunities to get in after this trade. A whole lot.
How you wording this is making this so much clearer, bro. Like, no lie. Like how you're explaining this right now, like, because I've always gotten, because one, it was having 15 different H1s on the chart, you know what I mean? So I'm already lost. And then, like, you know what I mean? So H4, since you trade on a higher time frame, like you just said, H4 stuff for extra entry opportunities. You know what I mean? Right. Like you said, you're looking for the pullback. Okay, you know what I mean? Like explaining it that way just made it like it's like there we go. You know what I mean?
Aha moment.
Yeah. Like, man, this is like I'm ready for 3:00 now. You know what I mean?
I mean, my alarm, because I got my alarm set for these lines like this here, these yellow lines and stuff. I know when they hit them lines, something big could happen. I know these are major lines, but like right here, when they hit this line, and that's came back up, that's a good amount of pips. You could put a buy order in here if you wanted to, and caught this whole thing up and then got out again. But you would have, I mean, personally, you could. It's a nice setup. You know, like me, I just trust my lines, and it came back down and blew right through it. Like that was a nice amount of pips when it blew back through it. But you literally could have waited for this bounce. Because you're only selling because you're in a downtrend, waited for this bounce and got back in. Boom. Caught this whole damn thing down.
Man, that's so it just makes so much sense. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know if maybe you know, because you know this, it probably just seemed like, you know, obviously when you said it, but like, bro, like that, I feel like, you know, there's things that you feel like this knowledge here took you up a level. This knowledge here took you up a level, bro. I'm telling you, that just like I'm gonna have some stuff to show in the group. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, thanks, man.
Like for real, like the I used to the support and resistance used to throw me off because it's like I know these are here because these are indecision areas, but how you just explained it based on time frame helps me read it and understand it better now. You know what I mean? Like it's not just lines anymore, like reversal lines. It's like they're telling me something. You know what I mean?
Right. This is where the market could turn around potentially.
Yeah.
Or to bust through. Cause when you see it bust through it, you're gonna see a big candle like this major area right here.
Mm-hmm.
on a higher time frame, it's a big candle that bust through it. See, it was support. It was support, right? Support. But when it broke, you see a huge candle breaking.
Yeah.
When you see them type of moves like that, it let you know that's momentum. That's a break. That's for the retest and let's get in. So
Exactly.
That's volume right there. That's the big banks. That's the billionaires moving this money right here. That's what that is. When you see big candle like even on this, when this weekly exhaustion hit and they finally decided to move this huge bearish candle and go up this previous bearish candle, that's billionaires in the market, man. And they leave their footprints on the charts. See this volume candle right here? This big bar right here? That's saying billionaires moved it. You know,
I was going to ask you how you read it.
That's billionaires moving the money.
No, that makes sense.
That's where it helps out. But technicals is going to tell you a lot too, man. Like this, you see consolidation. Here's a big candle that closed below this right here. It's a lower low, lower close. Huge candle. That's telling you, hey, that's big money right there. It closed huge. This candlestick pattern, what we learned in the group, off this major resistance area.
Yep. I
got to get in. I want a piece of this. Now, what do I want to get in at? Boom. Pullback. That's what I want to get in at. And I'm going to sell it back there. Because if you was sold right here, you might have made a few pips because it went down a considerable amount. But this pullback happened. That's where the smart
had me nervous.
Back in. You know, that'd have been even better. Not to say you wouldn't make no pips getting in at market. They call this at market. Not to say you wouldn't make no pips because it did come down here. Had you waited for a better entry, I mean, you'd have been killing it. Like if drawdown is a problem for you, wait for the pullback. It's all you say all the time, well, not all the time, but when you lose or your emotions get fucked up, it's because you see drawdown. Okay, well, because that drawdown and nothing but the pullback. So you said you was right most of the time. Your drawdown happens, you get out, you come back to your charts, you would have won that trade. Okay, well, let me start waiting for the pullback then. Then get me my trade.
No, that's for sure. And it's not even like I don't even see drawdown like that because it's like I'll get out before like I don't allow myself to even like I guess I don't want to say trust the analysis because like I'll have like I'll put in like a trade like my best trade this last week was a 54 pip move, you know what I mean? It's cool, you know, I'm getting there.
That's definitely good.
I got in the trade and like I saw like 2 minutes of drawdown and then it jumped and took off immediately. And like, so it's like not even that it keep rising, but I'll be sometimes you just how you be floating in drawdown for like a couple hours. It's like that right now. That is what sits there and like, is your analysis right? You know what I mean? Like, that's when I get out early and then it take off like later, or it may have gone back, so it's smart to get out. But still, like I'm not allowing myself to let the move happen. I realize like
exactly. You're not giving your time because it takes time. The market is it moves when it wants to. Like you may have a ticket for a train, it may not come when your ticket date is.
Exactly.
Like, it's been times, man. I'm telling you, it's been times I sat in little profit or a drawdown for a day or two.
And see, that is what I need literally. I believe that because that's how the market, especially off the higher time frames.
Yeah.
I think psychologically, I need to understand that that's okay. You know what I mean? Like you can be in 2, 3, 4, 5 pips drawdown for a couple of hours. It doesn't mean the trade's bad. You know what I mean? Just the market hasn't moved.
That's why you got to have when you get into a trade, hey, does it fit my trade plan? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. If it fits, how does it fit? Here's my stops. Here's my targets. Here's my sales signal. Here's my buy signal. Whatever it is, however it fits. Here's my stops. Here's my entry. Here's my profit. Let me set all three of these. My entry is set. My stop loss is set. My take profit is set. I'm out.
And I got it. Yeah, I guess that just because I've never held a trade like that, and then it went in my favor, and I was like, oh, look at so it's like I guess the couple of times I did, I got in on like 5 minute, 3 minutes, so it kind of took off immediately.
Right. Well, yeah, that's probably one of your I ain't say your issues, but those time frames I'm ready for the really experienced, man. You know,
Yeah.
the lowest I want to go and get my confirmation counters off of and sales signal off of is the 15 minutes. Because those have enough data to have continuations. I ain't saying the 5 minute won't continue, but from my experience, the 15 and up is where you want to be at.
Okay.
Like my buy and sell signals, most of the time, for my good trades, my long winners, 100 pips, 80 pips, and stuff like that, those buy and sell signals come from the 2 hour.
Hmm.
The H2 is my signal. Now, my confirmation candle may have been a 30-minute, a 15-minute, because I already got my signal. I'm already like I know what price is. I know what it's doing. Now it's off confidence. My 15 and 30-minute entries is off confidence now. I'm not going to wait for the 2 hour engulfing or the 4 hour engulfing. Because the way I trade, I've been seeing this stuff too many times to where when I see it on my weekly areas or my daily areas, when I see a strong area, I have a lot of confluence, I'm just going off raw technicals and just confidence, man. I'm going to enter the fucking trade, man.
I think that could be it. Like, I'm trying to move too fast. Like, what happened? I watched the video. It was one of them I put in the group. Like, Scarlett, she broke down how to actually understand how to, like, I was able to, watching that video, I was able to now see structure on the 1 minute and like 5 minutes, depending on some pairs. And I think that excitement is like, so like, as soon as I see it engulfing something close on like an H4, I jump right to the 5 minute. And it's like, you know what I mean? But and that's because I'm trying to read it, but it's like, when I do that, I'm sitting there, zoning stuff out, and I get caught up. I forget this is the 5 minute. You know what I mean? Like everything's based off the H4, and so like I'm setting stop losses off 5 minutes. Just not even thinking. Like I just zoned in and zoned out almost. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Like,
So your setup came off that time frame, 4 hour. Your stop losses need to be at least a 2 hour or hour to give your trade room to breathe. And then another thing that you can use for stop loss is a thing called let me see if I can go. Let me change screens. This may help you out right here. Let's you see this new screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go to the which one? Move this out the way right here so I can see.
You know how to read, a lot of the different looks like
Indicators.
tools.
Indicators. Yeah, these two. Yeah, this is a TDI. That helps me out filtering out price, and this is stochastics. They help me out too.
Mm-hmm.
They are definitely good. Okay, this average true range right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you can figure out your stop loss. What's out the way? Let's see here. GA. What trade I had the other day? It was. Okay. Oh, took it off. What's that here? Back to the indicators. Average true range. H1. This is just an example, man. Okay, knowing that the other day I got into a sale, and let me see what my sale was right quick. Okay, and my sale was at 85,548. 85,548. Boom. Boom. $85,548. This is my loss I had too.
Hmm.
And it was on, the date was the 19th. Move this out the way. See, the 19th. What's the 19th? I didn't read it right. No, that's 220. My bad. It's 219. 28th. 28th. Right here. 28th. We was right at this area. It pulled back on me. It came back down, went back up. Okay, so yeah, I sold it around the 28th, would be right after I seen this right here. I see the pullback. Okay, now I see why I entered. Zoom in on the 28th. 20th is right here. I seen momentum, seen the pullback, seen that, and I wound up getting stomped out at 86,100. Okay, that's why I got stomped out at. What I entered the trade? That's why I closed the trade. Is 828. Let me open the details up. $828 to 331 is when I closed it. So 828 right here in this area. It probably was this right here was where I got in at. Seeing all this. Seeing this sell, boom, boom, pull back. I probably entered. When I seen this right here, it's probably why I entered. So I should have had my stops above the previous higher low. This is probably why I initially had it at when I seen this here getting tested. I probably shouldn't have done that. But I was trying to get to 828 right here. So during this time, the average true range was 17. See that 0.0017 right there? I should have multiplied that by 2. So it'd have been 34. So from the area I bought right here, 34 pips is where I should have probably had my stops at. It was the average true range. Well, I did, and it still got stomped me out. Yeah, so it was a real volatile on that during that particular time.
No, for sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I just picked up on her recently. He said you use your average true range and multiply it by 2. So after that time, I'm looking at the 4 hour. This is something I'm really just going over right now to see how true it holds. On the 28th, let's look at it again. 28th, average true range was, well, actually on the H4, it was 22. Yeah, it was 22 on the average true range. But even on this chart, your last pullback was actually up here. That was your last little pullback on the H4. So even yesterday's high, which was respected in the H4. But mine, it was a tight trade. I knew it was a tight trade. And I, wound up putting a lot in there and shouldn't have. Why I made it so tight like this. But even at 44 pips, we said at 28, yeah, 22 times 2 will give you 44. Even at 44, it still would have stomped me out on that trade. So, like Akil says to put it at structure. This is my last structure level right here. That wouldn't have been a wise trade putting it up here, because that'd have been like really, risk to reward ratio would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Would have been worth it. Actually, at the end of the day, this really was a bad trade. Point blank, period. That's all I can say about it. It's a bad trade. Shouldn't have got in it. Even though it was a sell-selling market.
I understand. I mean, it makes sense of why you did, though. You know what I mean? So
I look back and still would have won it. It still was a bad trade. That's just how it is, man. You gotta be honest with yourself.
No, for sure.
But that's that one I probably should have left alone. in the market just going hard, being greedy and shit, that shit happens, man.
No, I do. I definitely. So I guess what I'm gonna take, what I definitely am taking away from this one is from this call, because I didn't know what to expect on this call, but I definitely like I said, I think I'm definitely going to I definitely know now that I'm reading charts. I'm definitely, just from this explanation, I'm reading my charts better. I know this would be a better week. And I did have a question, because I know you use the volume or what indicators do you like? Because I know you know how to read a lot. What are the ones that, like, besides looking at price action structure, like
my go-to, like I like the volume, because it tells me if I see a big volume bar and a candle close, not nice, and it ain't gotta be all the way full, but nice and big candle with like small wicks. When I see those two together, that's like something I add to my confluence, because I got a big volume bar, which is bigger than any of the previous ones, or most of the previous ones. That's telling me the billionaires in the trade, and the candle being so nice and full is telling me, hey, this is legit. It could be legit. That's why I use the volume indicator, and I pay for my service from TradingView. That way I get up to date the real numbers. Because when you do it for free, you don't get the real numbers. Stochastics, I use that to know momentum, because it's more of a momentum indicator. And I use a TDI. The TDI is like a mixture of three different RSIs in the Bollinger Band together. I know when like some of the things I've learned is when you see this green line outside of the bands, like right now you see it pretty high. It's around 60, 63. This top area is my sell area. This bottom area is my buy area. And remember when we was on EG a minute ago, I was on a retest area. So I would literally go back to my TradingView chart, look at it. I'm knowing that this is what my technicals. My technicals come from that chart. I come here, this is my broker. I'm looking at my indicators to filter the noise for me. If I see any noise, this helps me filter it. I know that this green line being above the blue, typically in a smooth market, you'll see it stay in between the bands. But when it gets out the band, it's going to get back in it. Eventually. That's telling me sell signal. That's based right now. What I'm seeing right here is telling me possibly a sell is coming. Look back. When you see this whip out of the bands, what happens next on this chart?
The market breaks trend.
It goes down. When you see it got out of the band, what happens? And
As it
it was
goes
below
in.
the bands, and it was in the buy zone, buy area. Now, true enough, I wasn't looking for buys, but still, I'm just showing you for educational purposes. Now, this could have been a nice little counter trend trade based off this strategy. Whipped out, came back in, what it do? Yeah, nice little, what all together, if you got in right here, say at market, when you seen this here whip out, you got in right here, 50 pip move, 40, 50 pip move, you could cut off the counter trend, of seeing that whip out like that. Anytime you see it whip out, especially when it's low around 32, 37, and it whips out, that's when you like look for your buy opportunities with the candlesticks. Like right now it's at 30, 63, 67 area. It whipped out. I'm at resistance. This is the Q support and resistance he has on this file. It's at resistance. I go to my other chart, my trading view, and I see it at a retest area. I'm in 61.8 on my field. I'm like, oh shit. Could the selling begin for EU? I mean EG? Possibly so. But I would have to wait. I would have to go to my 2-hour chart and see a signal. Like Sunday, today, I'm not gonna sell. I'm not gonna sell nothing. I'm just gonna get my charts cleaned up, get them ready, and everything. Like I see this right here forming. This is the H4. I see it forming, but I'm getting in it. Like this stochastics gonna keep on climbing. It's gonna hit this 80, my sell area. And then I scale down to the smaller time frame, the H2, H1, and look for a sell signal and a possible confirmation candle. Then I can get in, put my stops accordingly. Which this trade right here, I'm not gonna put it that high because this top and this top, it's the double top. You know, this previous right here, they can close above this high right here. That makes this a confirmed double top right here. Now, has it broke the neckline? Nope. This is a high risk trade. If it breaks the neckline, then a retest of it, then we can go even further down, which is my overall projection, is for it to make a new lower low on EG. You know, from earlier I showed you. So right here is a risky trade, but I don't mind taking it if it shows me the right things. But that's I use the TDI, the stochastics, and I use pivot point standard. I use that.
How's that help? I mean, I know what it does, but has it been pretty accurate for you?
Oh yeah, it helps on the TP areas of influence. As you know, moving averages. As you see, I got the 260 on mine. Like nobody really they have the 200s. Maybe I went with the 260s. I added it to my my QFX file. It also helps with the TP. Like if I have a pivot point in a 260 EMA in the same area, I know that area could be a strong supportive resistance area. So I'll take some of my trade off, or even enter a trade at that level, possibly, depending on how the market is showing me. What else do I use? Pivot points, moving averages, stochastics, TDI. That's pretty much. But all my indicators come after my analysis.
So there are confirmations to the analysis.
Yeah. I get my analysis off pure structure, my supply and demand, support and resistance, trend lines. What are my candlesticks saying? That's how I form my analysis. And I clear the clutter with my indicators, my pivot points, my TDI, my stochastics, and just wait for price to show me like, am I going to be right or am I going to be wrong? And if I feel like I'm going to be right, I enter the trade.
Yeah, that's like that's confluence and confirmation. That's
right. And you got to just be disciplined, man. Like the trades I lost the last month because me not being disciplined. You know, me being hard headed. You know, let my emotions kind of get in the way in a trade. When I knew I was good enough for a good 40, 50 pip move. But when the market went against me, when I seen this big ass in golf, I'm like, man, I went the wrong way. You know, not trusting my technicals, knowing we was in the sell market. And had I put my stops in the right spot, you know what I'm saying, accordingly, which really would have been up here, which I was only going back down to this area here. That's not a good trade because it's not a good risk to reward. I took it anyway because I just felt like it's going to negative 27, and it's still dancing in between, consolidating basically. But now I look back at it like now I can because it did what it's 38.2 I got in at. It's at the 618 now. 618 is confluent with this zone right here and it's H4 resistance. Now it may be time to go ahead and get that sale, sometime next week.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but Monday and Sundays are my best days. Even on my FX book, historically, they're my worst days.
They don't personally, or just they don't really do too much.
It's not my best days to enter a trade. I just sit back and chill. The market just be doing all kind of crazy stuff, and it just don't mix with my technicals too well. But like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, them my best days.
No, I can see that. I know Mondays mess me up too because of them gaps, man. Them gaps be breaking. They be messing up. It's going up, but it got come on, man. Yeah. And I don't know when it's gonna feel it, so I'm gonna just wait.
If it feel it, might not feel it at all. Never know.
Exactly.
Never know. Because on the weekend, the banks are still moving money. We not moving it, but the intra banks are still open. They still doing their thing.
No, for sure.
That's why you see the gaps like that. But yeah, man. I mean, any questions, comments about it, man? Because
comments. I got comments. Nah, bro, this was legit, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't know what to expect, but I do know you be catching pips, so you know more than me. But you was able to definitely explain some things. And just, sometimes, Q may explain something that makes sense, but hearing it another way just make it, there you go, like that.
Right. I had that same issue, right?
And now, bro, I understand finally, how the market moves in ranges. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing because the technicals make sense, but just understanding how and when the market moves has always been the thing that I pause on. You know what I mean? It's okay, it broke this zone. That means just fall into, it broke this range. So, it broke a weekly. So look for it to fall to somewhere around the next weekly. Just little things like that. I was not having together. So it's to put the whole puzzle together, you need all the pieces. You know what I mean? So
right.
That literally helped put it. I feel like it's put together. I'm always learn. I'm gonna definitely check out those books. You said what were the names of them?
The Candlestick Bible and Naked Forex. Trade what you see, not what you think. One Good Trade. And my 4 best books I've read.
No, I'm gonna definitely tell some people. Cause I got some friends in the Oklahoma City area that's in our Oklahoma group.
Right.
Say, bro, if y'all got questions, man, y'all better hit up Arthur.
Appreciate it, man. My best videos, my top best video about trade psychology is Trading for a Living. Man, that dude put in drop some nuggets in that video, man. Trading for a Living. I'll send you a link.
No, for sure. I know you because you got a YouTube channel, right? Aren't you starting making a YouTube channel with the videos?
Yeah, I have a handful of videos on there. Right.
Yeah, I saw you post that in the group. So I was wondering, if you got some more like this, shoot, bro, I'm gonna check out what you've been talking to other people about too. You know what I mean? I could.
I have a few technicals I did.
Mm-hmm.
I seen you link to my channel too. There's not a lot on there right now. There's probably 4 or 5 videos maybe at the most. But I'm gonna send you the links to the videos I watched that changed my trade.
No, for sure. I appreciate that.
And the traders who helped me trade, just watching them. I don't know if you know about Rico.
Yep.
He helped at first when he was in FPI. Urban Profit. I really liked him, but he too was a growing trader. He went to Jason Stapleton and really dove in his course and came back. He came back on fire, bro. He came back and his whole modules was even better, more precise. The way he delivered his message was on point because he continued his education. He was good at first, he got better. And that's why I'm okay, so I started using his technicals a lot too.
Yeah.
So that helped me out because him and Q together, they don't like each other, but hearing Q's side and hearing his side, and you mesh it together, oh, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? And hearing, like you just said, hearing it from different people, hearing Akil, Q and Akil Stokes trade very, very the same.
Uh-huh.
However, how they deliver their message is totally different. You know,
I
Q
mean,
not being an American and have his first language being English, I think hinders him teaching.
yeah.
Akil is an American. His first language is English, so he like says words and does things to like
How we do it, how we say it.
right. And the way Q says things, like I'm like, man, that could be explained better, but he don't know have a vocabulary like that to
No,
even
for sure, for
teach
sure.
it.
And like, now that's literally like, I noticed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he know his shit. Don't get me wrong, but how he deliver his message sometimes can be better, man. And I noticed that, like, man, he just like say it a different way and break it down, but his vocabulary isn't like really strong like that. But I mean, I think he's learning, he getting it, but you know,
Yeah.
at the same time, I had to go to other traders to build that bridge or mend that gap. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Oh, this is what Q meant when he said this.
No, and who are those other traders too? Because like I
Everything.
said, I'll follow them. I'm definitely, you know what I mean? Because you got, after 3 years, you definitely, you know what I mean? You explain
Yeah.
some stuff to me. So like,
And you want to
like
get on again?
I'm for real, bro. Like, I be sitting here lost sometimes looking at. I think it's the analysis paralysis because I'm still trying to make sure did I check that? Did I do that? Did I do that? You know what I mean? And it's really not like this was simple. You know what I mean? Like, and it usually is. I'm not saying like it's always that way, but like more times when I'm thinking with emotion and not discipline and following my trade plan. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Take out your emotions. Like, what is the chart telling you? What do I see on this chart? And what do I see on my trade plan that matches? Does anything match right now? Nothing matches, then I just sit on my hands. Don't force a trade, man. Like this EG trade, in a way, I kind of forced it, man. I really should have waited, man. But me knowing this volatility and me like, man, this is it. Like my gut kicked in, like, take this trade. And I took it out, I wound up losing.
No, that's what
I learned, like, today, I go through all my trades that I lost, all of them I won, and I just back test them all.
That's what I'm definitely, because I back test. I definitely back test my trades, but I'm definitely like what you said. You know, you see Q, you see Rico, somebody enter and they win. You know, I'm gonna go back and back test them now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that helps.
Like, for sure.
Yeah, that helps a lot, man. I'm glad we get on and get some real chart time in, man. And this helps me out a lot too. You know, at the same time.
No, it makes you like a better teacher of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you get your own course in a little bit.
Maybe, man. We'll see. I mean, it's probably gonna make a lot busier for me. You know, having my own course.
Oh yeah, you got everybody blowing your phone up. Hey man, you know how much it costs. We want to get questions and.
Yeah, you know, instead of doing this with one person, I'll be doing it with 15 people. You know.
No, but hey, you know your stuff, bro. Like, you know, you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you taking the time again, bro. Because like I know I hadn't been too active in the group because I've been still trying to learn. I ain't talking too much because I don't have nothing to talk about. You know, I'm listening still. So like, like I said, this is definitely. I know this week I'm gonna bring some stuff to the group. I'm gonna show some and like I'm gonna tell them too. Like, hey, you know, if y'all got some questions for sure, you know, Arthur, he got it. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
like you speak English first, just like we do. You know what I mean? So like, you know, like I definitely appreciate it.
And I try to deliver it in the best way I can, man. You know, giving you the charts and just try to help you out, man, and send you on your mission to where you be more confident in your trading, man.
No, I am. Like, I'm ready for the market now. I'm just waiting for. Like now, I know what I'm looking for when these zones, when they break through different zones or different ranges, you know. So
yeah, you know, to sit on you because like the way I draw my zones and my lines, they're higher time frames. So I might not trade every day. I might just take 3 to 5 trades a week.
But there's a moves when you get in.
Right, that's the main move of the day. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about that now. Like I'm thinking about really going up an extra time frame and just waiting for sure. Because I'm on H4, but like. And that's cool. I know H4 is cool, but like daily, you know, a daily engulfing, that's probably going to be an 80, 100 pip move. You know what I mean?
Right, with the continuation of it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And,
I'd rather sit back and take 3 of those in a week than, you know what I mean, couple of 20 here and whatever. You know, that's cool. It adds up, but it gives you more calm. You're not in the market all day, every day, worrying about if you're losing you know what I mean, your psyche's good.
Having clear charts, like start with your weekly. Go to the HD video, HD Support and Resistance. That's what I use. And we didn't have that when I first started, HD Support and Resistance. And that HD is a lot better than what we started with back in Health Academy. But use it on the weekly, and then go down to the daily, and then I pretty much leave it alone at the daily. When I go to the H4, I'm pretty much using H4 and H2 random lines. The way he do his random lines, that's what I use my H4 and H2 in my pivot points. Those two help me figure out where structure is, where my support and resistance is on those smaller time for H4. H1, and I don't fool around with those, man. I don't want to know, because I know through my experience, price blows through H1s like crazy.
No, it does, and that's why I was lost.
You have green, blue, red, orange, all of them. What the fuck is going on?
And then when you scroll out to like the weekly, you can't see nothing.
Exactly. But the lesser the lines, the clearer the charts, the better you are. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll go to my TradingView account and I'll just hide all drawing tools. I look at price, and I go ahead and let it reappear. You know what I mean?
That's cool. That's smart too. Like,
so
I gotta definitely work around with the trade with it. I just got the pro, so I gotta mess around with it, see what all of it.
Yeah, if you want to clear a chart, no nothing, just go to hide, not remove them. You're gonna remove everything you did. Go to hide all your drawing tools, and then you can look at this pure price on every time frame. Then take it off and put your drawing tools back on to look at how it's going. Okay, now I can get a better idea what's going on. I got to clear a chart. I got to clear a mind right now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I do, man. But how many pairs do you trade?
I trade. I got gold. I got GU, and GJ. I got a couple more charted just because I'm trying to practice charting, and I like it. You know what I mean? I like charting.
Right.
But like I will mainly just watch those three. I may have a friend say, "Hey, bro, you think?" And I kind of got the other ones charted because I got some other friends who trade like UJ and stuff. And he'll be, "Hey, I think this is engulfing here. What do you think?" And like, that's why I have it marked up so I can be like, just so I can compare my analysis with him.
Right.
I don't want to dabble. I don't dabble with it too much just because I don't want to be trying to flip through different. I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? I got to master one, and I think I'm getting gold down.
That's a lot of data you processing there, bro.
Yeah. That's what, and I think I'm realizing that. So it's like, that don't even matter. You're making the same green money off gold USD than I am UJ. You know what I mean? So
right.
Yeah,
it's a lot of data. Not only we doing the data, all the training we going through, we still processing that as well. So we a lot of things we processing for this trading business, and like regular life too. We dealing with all that stuff, So it's a lot on the brain.
Exactly. No, this is definitely like I said, this is definitely one of those I know you're recording this. I definitely say this is gonna help some people. Like people, because I know my issue was like I said, the support resistance thing, knowing the range, and like that's not really taught. That's not really explained in the course.
Okay.
That's something that you've known from your own experience. So like that, I'm telling you that'll definitely help some people.
Right.
Like
that's what's up, man.
I appreciate it.
Anytime, man. We can get on.
I'm thinking, shoot, man. Honestly, I guess I want to go through this week, and I want to shoot you a message or whatever, and if we can hop on this again another weekend, or if you're not busy. And I guess I want to kind of show you some, like, I want to go through this week knowing what I know, and then if I win, I lose. I want to show you, hey, this is where I lost, this is where I got stopped out, or whatever. This is where I won. Right. Just look. And especially if I lost, what did you see here that you wouldn't have got in? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm totally with it, man. Yeah, we'll do it again. Because Sunday's my day. I'm on my charts, man. I do like little talks like this, and I also get in with it's a guy named Simo or Eddie or something like that. I think Eddie's on one of them too. He hosts a webinar also.
Okay.
It's basically just chart talk. I get on there with them for like an hour and a half.
No, I'm in this group, you know what I mean? I know in the sense I'm definitely getting the confidence. I'm gonna definitely be more active, and like I know we helping each other. Like it's like I've been holding myself back, you know what I mean, for not speaking up more. And it's like, come on, bro, I'm wasting my own time.
Plus, you spent the money for the course. You make the best of it.
I might as well get it. I might as well make it. So like, I'm 100% with this, bro. Like, because I appreciate it again.
Good deal. Good deal.
And like, I know I'm about to because today's my birthday. We getting ready to go get some probably go out for a little late lunch. But I appreciate this again, and I'm gonna shoot you a message for another. Doing this again whenever you. I know Sunday's your day, so
right.
We hop on this again and chart talk.
I'm about it, man. Just hit me up, man. We set it up like let me know what Friday or Saturday. Give me a little heads up on when you're gonna be available, and I'll try free up some time. We can get on, man.
Nah, for sure. Today's the birthday, you know what I mean? But this only
happy birthday, man.
Nah, thanks. It's only once a year, so it ain't gonna be so I ain't gonna have such a tight, schedule today. But,
right.
But thanks again, man. Like I said, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. If I can help, I can help. I can't, man. So you enjoy it, man.
No, I do. I appreciate it, and you have a great rest of the day, bro. Let's catch these pips, man. I know you got to. I'm in here too now. You know what I mean?
Hey, best wishes, man.
Hey, thanks. Peace, bro.
You too.
Appreciate it.